Very good morning to all my children. I hope you all are safe. Yesterday we have learned the chapter. We have done our explanation of chapter 4, that is solids, liquids and gases. Children, today we will do the exercise of this chapter. Question number A, that is tick the correct option I have given to all of you for your homework. So today the next question, that is fill in the blanks, we will do today. Fill in the blanks. Along with fill in the blanks, we will do some other questions also, right? Like the name the following and answer the following questions. So let us start the question number B, that is fill in the blanks. First question of this segment is, in solids the molecules are dash packed. So the molecule in the solids, the molecules are tightly packed. The molecules are tightly packed. You know now, solids, like all the things which are solid, all the molecules which are close to each other, so they are very close to each other. The intermolecular spaces are they have no intermolecular spaces. The force of attraction is higher. That is why they have a fixed volume and fixed shape. So in solids the molecules are tightly packed. So answer is tightly. Now the next question 2, dash do not have definite shape and volume. So answer is gases. Gases neither have fixed shape nor have fixed volume. Means gaseous state. In the gaseous state, the molecules are very far from each other. They don't have they don't have force of attraction. They are free to move in everywhere. They are free to move everywhere. So they do not have a definite shape and volume. So gases is the state which do not have definite shape and volume. Now the question number 3, salt and sugar are dash. Salt and sugar are dash in water. So options are given, soluble or insoluble. So you know very well, salt and sugar are the material, or these are the material or things which can easily dissolve inside the water. So we can say that salt and sugar are soluble in water. Okay. Now the question number 4, in a dash change, no new substance is formed. No new substance is formed. You know, physical or chemical. So answer I have written physical. Why? In chemical change or in physical change. Remember the definition which we have covered yesterday. According to the definition of chemical change, a new type of substance is formed. Okay, that is a permanent type of change, irreversible change, and a new substance is formed. For example, burning. In the case of burning of paper, we will get the ashes. After burning the paper, we will get ashes that are completely new substance, because ashes do not have any quality of paper. That is why chemical change has a new substances, but in physical change no new substances are formed, only the temporary change. Physical change having only temporary change. It is a reversible type of reaction and it doesn't have any new type of substances. So answer will be physical. In a physical change, no new substance is formed. Right? Now the question number 5. Question number 5. When the steam touches a cold surface, it changes into water. When a steam vapor, bhap. When a steam touches a cold surface, it changes or it converts or it becomes water. This is the process. By which process this happens? Of course, it is a condensation process. Remember? Do you remember? Yes, by the condensation process, the vapor becomes liquid again when they comes in the contact of cold surface. Right? So answer will be water. Now move towards the next question number C. That is name the following. First question of this segment. is tiny particles of matter. So the tiny particles of matter is molecules. You know, molecules are the very smaller particles, and everything of this world is made by the molecules. Now the next question, that is two gases that dissolve in water. So oxygen and carbon dioxide is the name of two gas, or these are the two gases which are dissolved in water. And with the help of these two gases, all the plants and all the animals inside the water easily survive. Right? The question number 3. A gas dissolved in soft drinks to make them fizzy. You have to write the name of that gas which is dissolved or inside the cold drinks or soft drinks, and this gas make the cold drinks fizzy. Fizzy means bubbly, with full of bubbles. Yes, jhagdar. So the answer will be carbon dioxide. Now the question number 4. Two immiscible liquids. We have to write the name of the two immiscible liquids, and the names are oil and kerosene. Answer is oil and kerosene. Now the last question. The process by which a liquid changes into solid form. So you have to write the name of the process by which a liquid becomes solid. I hope you all know. I'm giving a hint. When you keep the water inside the freezer, you will get a solid form of the water, that is ice. And by which process we will get this ice? Of course, by freezing. So this is the answer, freezing. Now children, the question number D. Answer the following questions. This is slightly big, this segment having a big answers, right? So first question of this segment is, what is matter? So you know matter. Anything which occupies space and has mass is called matter. Matter can be solid, liquid, and gas. It is made up of tiny particles or molecules. So, this is the complete answer. Anything which occupies a space and has mass is called matter. Matter can be solid, liquid, or gas. It is made up of tiny particles or molecules. This is the definition of matter. Now, the next question 2. Write two differences between liquids and gases. So you know, liquids and gases. You have to write like this. As I have written, you have to write all the answers like this in a very neat and clean way, as I have written here. Okay. So liquids. Divide the answer into two parts. Heading liquids and one side gases. So first point or first difference in the liquid. So in the liquids, the intermolecular space between the particles are less. Means liquids have less intermolecular space between the particles, whereas gases have large intermolecular space between the particles. So in gases, the intermolecular spaces between the particles are larger, whereas in the liquids, the intermolecular space between the particles are less. Now point number 2. Liquids have definite volume but no definite shape. It means liquids, if we keep the liquids in a cup, the liquid will acquire the shape of the cup. Means shape is indefinite, but volume or quantity or the amount is definite. Whereas gases do not have definite volume and shape. Means neither volume nor shape is definite in the gases. Gases neither have fixed shape nor have fixed volume. But in liquids, they have fixed volume but indefinite shape. Okay, this is the differential question. These are the two differences between liquids and gases. Now the question number 3. Question number 3. Why are gases which dissolve in water important? So, this question says that gases are dissolved inside the water. But what is the importance of these gases which are dissolved inside the water? What are the importance? So, children, let me explain the answer first and then I will read the answer which I have written. So, children, very well all the aquatic animals. Aquatic animals are what? All the animals who live inside the water. And aquatic plants, the plants live inside the water. So, all the aquatic plants and animals who live inside the water, they can survive only by the dissolved oxygen and carbon dioxide. They can breathe by the oxygen which is dissolved inside the water. Oxygen is the gas, oxygen is the gas by which we can breathe, right? We can breathe or we can do respiration. So, all the animals and plants who are living inside the water, they also require oxygen, and plants also require carbon dioxide for the production of food. So, yes, of course, the gases which are dissolved inside the water are very much important because they are important for their life, for their survival, because they are essential for their life. So the answer is, because of the life of all the aquatic animals and plants, oxygen and carbon dioxide gases which are dissolved in water is important. So, I am repeating the answer again. Because of the life of all the aquatic animals and plants, oxygen and carbon dioxide gases which are dissolved in water is important. So children, this is all for today. I hope you all have understood all the question and answer, all the name the following and the fill in the blank segment. Some questions are left in the D section. Say question number D, which we will do tomorrow. So please complete all these work in your copy in a neat and clean way as I have written in front of you. Similarly, you have to do in your classwork copy. Stay home, stay safe, and thank you for watching this video.